When yeah, it's pretty cool. And they played me that song when I left there. It was pretty awesome.
Really? And they all clap?
Yeah, it was a nice little send off. And it's like the nurses were cool, so like you don't call us.
It's like you get an applause for surviving.
Yeah,
it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. That's surreal. I mean,
yeah.
We should really get us applause for surviving every single day. You know, the sun doesn't come up for everyone, but this is crazy that. I mean, and I appreciate you being so real of what it's really like, because I don't know that a lot of people understand how dangerous this is, because as soon as things are open up and everything like that, people aren't taking social distancing seriously. They're not taking the precautions. They're not wearing masks. They're not.
Well, I want to touch on that real quick, because Stony Brook has a team. The hospital, they have a team on the ground in Wuhan. And they get real-time data. So, like, the stuff they're telling me, you're not hearing on the news. You're not hearing from Dr. Fauci, the guru of all this. But, they're also, the doctor said, because I asked all kind of questions. I need to know what I was dealing with. That's just how I operate. And I said, what's the deal with this thing? Is this thing airborne or not? He goes, no, it's not airborne, but it's airborne. I said, explain that to me. He said that the things they won't tell you on the news. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. Let's get that straight. Okay, I'm just giving information that I was told.
By a doctor.
So, by a doctor and the team they have on the ground in the epicenter of all this. That the reason they cannot label this virus airborne is because it's not in the air for 6 hours. It's in the air for 4 hours.
Which is it's still airborne in my book.
So this is what the government has you believe in. I mean, it has you believe that when you breathe, it just goes like this. All right, and so I'm not understanding that. And listen, you guys can take it for whatever it is. When you say it
goes like this, for our radio listeners, when he breathes, he just dropped a bottle of water. It's more like it doesn't just hit the floor and go away. It floats in the air.
Right. So according to the staff I was dealing with, who have real time information in Wuhan, where this allegedly all started. That their data and their findings are that it stays in the air for 4 hours, and because it's not 6 hours, it cannot be classified as airborne. So whether that's 100% correct or not, I don't know, but I'm going with it because
no kidding.
Why would doctors have that in their mind and let me know that? And it only makes sense. It only makes sense, and I don't always wear a mask. So, and when I'm not around a lot of people, it's uncomfortable. But I think moving forward, it's going to have to be what it is, especially for people that don't have it. And if you don't have it, don't think you never had it. Everybody, please go get the antibody test, because there's so many results of false negatives out there, and it's screwed up bad. This whole thing is screwed up bad.
What's the antibody test going to do?
It's going to let you know if you had it. It's going to let you know if you had it or not.
If we've ever had it, or if we have it now.
No, if you have it now, or if you've ever if you've had it, and you were over, like you went through the symptoms already, because some people don't have it. Like my unit, 55 of us went out with COVID. 55 went out with COVID.
Wow.
100% got diagnosed that had COVID with the antibody. We all had it, but not everybody felt the symptoms. Some people they just fight it a certain way, and at the end of the day, the only medicine is your body. If your body's strong enough to fight it, that's the only way you're going to beat it. There's no medicine out there for it.
It's weird. There's some friends of mine that went to New Orleans in February and came back and got sick. It was actually my son's friend's parents. So then we started watching their son. It was before COVID was like...
Right.
And we all had different things, like cough, fever out of nowhere, symptoms, right?
Right.
But each of my family members had different things or whatever, but nothing like what you're describing. But
some people just had a cough. Some people just had, because at first they had 5 symptoms, and now I think it's up to 8, and now it's even growing more. Now they're talking about sores on your feet and whatnot. But it's not everybody gets the same symptoms,
right?
So I think for peace of mind, it's a small blood test for the antibodies, and it's very fast. And
Okay, so Pete, we have 2 minutes, and I want to be able to close the radio show, but continue live on Facebook, Twitter, and everything. So at least let me wrap up the radio really quick and just stay live. And for anybody listening on the radio stations, you're welcome to follow us or rewatch it on Facebook Live, on YouTube, youtube.com/MOC with Tiffany, or Twitter @MOC with Tiffany, or at Tiffany Warner on Facebook.
Let me just put this out there real quick.
Really? Yes, no problem.
I've had this on paper since March 22nd. I am still positive almost 2 months later. So the whole 2-week thing is just, it's a farce. So please be careful out there, everybody. I'm still positive almost 2 months later.
I want you to follow Pete Othman, DJ DOS, and he's got a page on Facebook, and he puts out some great music morning and night just to spread the love and be there for people that are up late or up early and feeling alone. And Pete Othman, it's Othman, and follow him on Facebook especially. He's got he does a lot of good stuff, and great guy to know. And Ed, thank you so much. I know we have to wrap up. You look like you wanted to say something. Are you going to, as we said at the beginning of the show, will you feel more likely to be more careful and disinfect a little bit more now?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you, I said as we were talking about in the beginning of the show, about you were like, I disinfect and everything, but I said you might want to disinfect a little more after listening to Pete.
Oh, I think we can only do as much as we can do, to tell you the truth. I mean, you're going to get it, but there's ways to prevent it, and I think even though restrictions are being lifted around here, I think people are probably going to be walking around with masks probably for the next 6 months to a year, even if there's a vaccine for it.
I mean, if there's a cure, then that's a little different, I think, but who knows? But, so everyone, Moments of Clarity is on every Thursday and Friday, 12 to 1, and we're starting to stream live on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube. And please follow us at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com and find us on YouTube at MOC with Tiffany. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Please have a wonderful weekend. And if you're watching us live, just stay tuned and be kind to yourself and a stranger. You never know what they're going through. And please be safe out there. And thanks for listening.
Put in the time, you'll see how you grow. Many kinds of love you get to define. Find self-love, you're so alive. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity. To yourself,
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
WZHR, Zephyr Hills.
FM 104.3.
Listen.
Massive effort to develop a medical response to the coronavirus.
Another essential pillar of our strategy to keep America